What is up, guys? It's RonFox12 here. Got another deck profile for you guys. It's my Speedroids. I just built them, and I've been playing it since High Speed Riders was announced as the card set. And ever since, I've been playing this deck, testing it, making sure that it's the build that I like. And so far, I really love it. I love it more than Cyframes. They need more support, but Speedroids, they use a lot of support for their stuff. They do need a little bit more than what they offer, but so far what we have right now works. So we're going to get right straight into it with the deck. So we got 3 Speedroid Terratop. It's your main card that you go into, and you basically, for people who don't know, when this card is normal or special summoned, you can add a Speedroid monster from your deck to your hand. And then you can only use this effect from once per turn. So basically, if you open it, you're basically always going to probably special it if you have no monsters on the field. And you're going to search for one of your main, like some of your main cards. Another main card is coming up. So, but at 3, it's a must. It's one of the main cards that you use. So, yeah. Then the next is 3 Take Tomborg. If you control a wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand, and you contribute this card to special summon a wind Speedroid. I'm sorry. You can tribute this card to special summon 1 Speedroid tuner monster from your deck, and you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except wind monsters. So you special summon your Terratop. You can add Take Tomborg, and you can special this and get its effect. Go in for a synchro play, or go for an overlay play since they're both level 3. So you run 3 of that, and you run 3 red-eyed dice. So far, at the moment, you pretty much need to run 3. It kind of sucks, I know, but for the time being, until we get more support, it's your main card that you want to grab, because when this card is normal or special summon, you can target a Speedroid monster except itself. Declare a level from 1 to 6, it becomes that level. This powers up all your synchro plays. You can go from 1s to 10s or 12s if... Actually, probably not 12s, but you probably could make a Leo if you had the correct setup. But you mainly want to go with this and another card that's coming up, and you can make Chinbara here. So, or go into Kendama. So, you're on 3 of that. So far, I've been testing at 3. It works at 3. I might take it down in the future. Who knows? You run 3 double yo-yo. When this card is normal summon, you can target a level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in your graveyard. Special summon that target. So you run 3 because you're pretty much using your graveyard presence a lot. You're going to be special summoning a red-eye dice. You can go into a 5 sync right there. You can special summon your Terratop, and it doesn't negate its effects, so you will get the effect of Terratop. You can special summon the Take Tomborg, tribute it, and then special summon a 3-eyed tri-eyed dice right here. Or you can special summon the red-eyed dice, get its effect, target double yo-yo, make it level, whatever you want. Or you can just go straight into another Chenbara. You can go into Kendama. You can go anything you want, unless you haven't used Take Tomborg's effect. But you kind of do some rank 4 plays with this deck. This does bring out some good rank 4s with this card, but mainly you're going to be using it for synchro plays. I run 1 tri-eyed dice. Originally I was playing 2 on Dueling Network, but I decided I wanted to take it down to 1 because 2 kind of clogs a little bit. It does use up your normal summon if you want it to. If you're going to a special synchro, it does use up your normal summon. Otherwise, it's a really good card on its own. But when it's in the graveyard, you can banish this card, and it's a quick effect, to negate the attack of one of your opponent's monsters. So it's basically in itself a Necrogardna. Besides, it's a tuner, so that makes it a benefit. I run 1 Speedroid Menko. Basically, this is like a Battle Fader or a Swift Scarecrow on itself. Whenever your opponent declares a direct attack, and this card is in your hand, you can special summon this card in attack position, and it changes all of your monsters to face-up defense position. So, there you have a rank 4 right there for a synchro play or an Xyz play. Basically, if you go into Kendama next turn, all your monsters are in defense position, and they'll take piercing damage if Kendama can get through. but this basically stops you for, or saves you for a turn, I would say. So this may be bumped up to 2, but 1 is so far working for me. Now that's the end of the Speedroid stuff. For the rest of the 4 monsters I'm playing 1 Expressroid. This card is excellent late game or early game if you want its effect to go off. Basically, when this card is summoned, you can target any 2 Roid monsters in your graveyard. And, sorry about the glare. You can add 2 Roid monsters from your graveyard to your hand, except Expressroid. So, all of them are counted as Roid monsters. The Speedroid counts as a Roid because the Roid is in the name. So Expressroid is an excellent card with the deck. Can add back cards that you need next turn, or just for the turn that you need it. If you've already went through a synchro play and you need that Terratop back, or you need your Tecton Borg back, you can bring it instantly back and use the Tecton Borg if you haven't specialed it that turn. I run 1 Gen X Ally Birdman. You can return any of your wind. Since all of your Speedroids are wind type, you get the bonus 500, but really you can reuse their effects later on. So I would use Birdman just to special it, get a free synchro out. I can return some things I don't want on the field right away. I can just special this and get its effect. So I run 1 of that, and since it's only at 1, I wish it was at more. For the rest, I run 2 Effect Veilers. 2 Effect Veiler helps get over certain monsters that you need to help stop. And yeah, that's pretty much it for that. For spells, I run 3 Speed Recovery. What this does is basically, in itself, is a Monster Reborn. You can target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon that target, and you can activate that effect multiple times per turn. Its second effect is if it's in the graveyard, except the turn it was sent to the graveyard that turn, you can banish this card and target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. This card opens so many good OTKs. If you've already gone in your Chanbara and the Chanbara dies to a Torrential, oh well, Speed Recovery it back and then attack. Or Kendama, if you've already used Kendama's effect, you can't normal summon or set that turn, but still if you have Speed Recovery, you can immediately come back. Speed Recovery is a great at 3. You should definitely run it. I run 1 Sonic, or Shock Surprise. Sonic, sorry. 1 Shock Surprise. Some people run 2. I run 1 because it can clog at 2. I honestly think of it as basically a Dark Hole or a Geki, any card removal destruction. If you can banish up to 2 Speedroid monsters from your graveyard to target up to 2 cards on the field, and those cards are destroyed. So, Speedroids benefit from the graveyard, but also benefit from being banished, because Chanbara can bring them back. Again, sorry for it auto-focusing with the light. Just how my how my phone is. I run 2 MST. You got to get rid of some of their back row if you want to get your plays off, so the double MST helps. 1 Mind Control. This is a Synchro-based deck, so I can steal one of their opponent's monsters and then Synchro with it. I run 1 Foolish Burial. If I have double Yo-Yo in hand, I can immediately go for a special summon with double Yo-Yo. And then I can also have Speed Recovery. I can immediately special the Terratop if need be. So Foolish Burial helps. Running a lot of monsters, so Soul Charge is needed. It helps get off your spell plays. I run 1 Instant Fusion because of the Norden. Brings back double Yo-Yo. Brings back something I need for Synchro play. And then also 1 Raigeki. It's Raigeki, so it's self-explanatory. For traps, we are running the main favorite card in my deck, Supercharge. Now, this is a very underrated card, and not many people play it. People prefer Reckless Greed. For myself, I don't, because Reckless Greed would actually hurt you in this deck. Speedroids aren't a deck that can immediately top deck something to help come back from that turn. Supercharge allows you to do that, so without the restriction of restricting your draw phase. So it acts the same way as Reckless Greed, and you can chain multiple supercharges on the attack declaration. So when your opponent declares an attack, and the only monsters you control are face-up machine-type Roid monsters, you can draw 2 cards. And because all Speedroids are machine-type, and they're counted as Roids, Supercharge works. I immediately picked up ultis from JB Jobber, Friends of Simply Unlucky's channel on eBay, for a really great price. I really love the ultis. The ultis just look so good. Look at that. Look at that rarity. So, I get a lot of hate. I don't care. Supercharge is a really great card in Speedroids. I will always play it. Then I run 2 Dimensional Prisons. I find this pretty good. Gets rid of certain cards, certain like Necros, Shaddolls. Winda can really hurt you, so that deep prison really helps. I run 2 Breakthrough Skill. Just massive, mostly effect negation of monsters. The effect failures does help, but this just adds another bonus to it. I run 1 Powerful Rebirth. This is a synchro deck, so if I can target a level 4 or lower monsters, and all of them are level 4 or lower, so I can special summon something, it'll increase its level. I can go for an Xyz play, but it can also go for a power play as well. I like to also use this as another speed recovery, so I can special summon my Chanbara back, or my Kendama, and it'll gain an extra attack boost, and it can still attack. It's really good. So, I like it better over Call the Haunted, because Call the Haunted can be interrupted with an MST if your opponent has that. But if they do destroy this card, it won't destroy the monster. So, Powerful Rebirth is a really great card. And for the final 3 cards, I run 1 Vanity's Emptiness, and then 1 Bottom's Trap Hole, and then 1 Torrential. For the extra deck, I run 1 Chanbara. Chanbara basically is when this card can attack 2 times in the battle phase. Each time it attacks or is attacked, you can... See if you can read that. Sorry. Basically, it can attack 2 times. If it attacks or is attacked, it gains 200 attack during the damage step. So it attacks, it becomes a 2200. Then it can attack again, it'll become 2400. And that attack remains. It does not fidget after the end phase. Then if this card is sent to the graveyard, in any means, you can target one of your banished Speedroid monsters and add it to your hand. I run 1 Old Entity Hastor. This basically, because you can only have the restriction of take on board to special summon wind monsters from the for the rest of the turn. Hastor does come in handy because it's a generic rank 4 or level 4. It's a really good card. I like it. I run 2 Kendama. Basically, you can banish a Speedroid monster to inflict 500 damage to your opponent. If it attacks a defense position monster, inflicts piercing. And then the third effect, if this card is in your graveyard and you control no cards, you can special summon this card straight to the field. You cannot normal summon or set during that turn. It's a really good card as well. I run 1 Goyo Guardian, 1 Black Rose Moonlight Dragon. Gets rid of Necros or certain cards that's on the field. 1 Black Rose, of course, got to play the both. 1 Clearwing. This wouldn't be Yuso's deck if it didn't have Clearwing. Clearwing's a great card. I run 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Stardust Dragon, 1 Trishula. Trishula is so easy to get out in this deck because it requires only 3 cards. It requires Terratop, Take Tumborg, and a level 3 tuner. And you can immediately get it first turn if you open up a Terratop. For the ranks, I play 1 Leviair. This deck does banish a lot, and all the Speedroids are level 4 or lower. If I'm going for a synchro play, I have the Leviair just in case to special something back. Then I run 1 Castell and 1 Arc. If I have the Menko and the double Yo-Yo or Expressoid that's still on the field, I can go for a rank 4 play. And then the 1 Norden, because we're playing the Instant Fusion, and you have Norden. So, alright. Sorry for messing up so many times. I've been out of the loop in terms of dual decks or deck profiles. We just moved to a new house, so I'm sorry for the long delay of the last deck profile. But I will hopefully try and get back into it. I'm going to be starting work soon, but in the meantime, hopefully I can bring out another one. I'll probably arrange my deck for a Performance Mage Shaddol deck, which I already have built. So, until next time, this is RamenFox12.